From JBS Studios in Greater New York, this is the JBS News Update with Teisha Bader.
I'm Teisha Bader with the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 25th, 2019. Representatives from Benny Gantz's Blue and White Party and Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's Likud Party will reportedly meet this Sunday to discuss efforts of reaching a possible unity government. The Times of Israel reports, citing a report from Israel's Channel 12, that Gantz's party is planning to tell Netanyahu that he can either be first in a rotation of premiership or include his bloc of right-wing religious parties, but not both. Israel's Channel 13 reported that the Blue and White negotiating team would meet on Tuesday with representatives of the Joint Arab List. Gantz, by the way, was just announced as the keynote speaker at a rally next Saturday night in Tel Aviv to remember the late Israeli Prime Minister Yitzhak Rabin, just ahead of the 24th anniversary of Rabin's assassination. Rabin was murdered just after attending a peace rally in what is now Rabin Square by Jewish Israeli right-wing extremist Yigal Amir. Tomorrow marks the 25th anniversary of the signing of the peace deal between Israel and Jordan, signed on October the 26th of 1994 between Rabin and then Jordanian King Hussein. And with the conclusion of 25 years, Jordan plans to exercise an option in the deal to not renew its lease of Jordanian agricultural land to Israel, reportedly because of growing tensions between the two countries. The parcel of borderland includes farmland in Moshav Tzofar, as well as Naharaim, which is a small tourist site known as the Isle of Peace, where just 3 years after the peace treaty with Jordan, a Jordanian soldier shot and killed 7 Jewish Israeli young girls on a school trip. Naharaim is owned by the Jewish National Fund, and talks are reportedly going on to try and find a solution. Benny Gantz, by the way, held a rally in Naharaim last Friday calling for the strengthening and advancing of ties with Jordan. Several thousand Palestinians took part in demonstrations today on Israel's border with Gaza, with several hundred taking part in violent rioting, throwing rocks and explosive devices at IDF soldiers who responded with tear gas and live fire when necessary. The Hamas-run Gaza Health Ministry said 16 rioters were injured. Ukraine formally announced today that it will open a diplomatic mission in Jerusalem. Israel's foreign ministry said the office would focus on innovation and investment. Plans for the high-tech office were announced back in August when Netanyahu visited Ukraine. He had said at the time that such an office would strengthen Israel's diplomatic and technological ties with the Eastern European country. He also said, "I won't lie to you and say that we don't want Ukraine to transfer its embassy to Jerusalem in the future." Israeli Foreign Minister Yisrael Katz called the official announcement today of the new mission one that strengthens the status of Jerusalem in the world. Well, this coming Sunday marks 1 year since the tragic shooting at the Tree of Life synagogue in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. 11 worshipers were murdered on October the 27th of 2018 at the synagogue. Bernice Simon and her husband Sylvan, Melvin Wax, Daniel Stein, Irving Younger, Rose Mallinger, Jerry Rabinowitz, Joyce Feinberg, Richard Gottfried, and brothers Cecil and David Rosenthal. May their memories be for a blessing. Jews around the world and people of all faiths are expected to come together this weekend in a show of solidarity, remembrance, and hope, marking the first anniversary. Days after the shooting last year, the American Jewish Committee introduced the Show Up for Shabbat initiative, in which millions took part, Jews and non-Jews alike, showing up in synagogues around the world in a show of solidarity, unity, and resilience. Tonight, Friday, and tomorrow, Saturday, just ahead of the first anniversary of the shooting, the AJC once again urged Jews and non-Jews to show up, writing, "Let's turn this Shabbat into a powerful force against hate." And on Sunday, special memorials and events are taking place in Pittsburgh, and people around the world can take part virtually with an event created by the Jewish Federations of North America, Pause with Pittsburgh, whose theme is Remember, Repair, Together. The leaders of the Conference of Presidents of Major American Jewish Organizations, Arthur Stark and Malcolm Hoenlein, wrote today that on this somber occasion, words and condolences are not enough. There must be action from all sectors of government and society. Jews and non-Jews alike must unite against anti-Semitism in all its forms, at home and abroad. Taking a look now at our programming for tonight on JBS for Friday, October the 25th. Kabbalat Shabbat services are coming up at 5 from the Hampton Synagogue, followed by Shlomo Riskin taking a look at this week's Torah portion. Live Shabbat services are coming up at 6 from New York City's Central Synagogue, followed by musical performances from David Broza, Ron Eliran, and Peter Yarrow. At 8, remarks from Rabbi Meir Lau at the 92nd Street Y. At 9, it's the film Saga of a Photo, a love story that crosses borders. And then it's Musica at 10:30. And that's the JBS News Update for Friday, October the 25th, 2019. I'm Teisha Bader. Shabbat Shalom.